Good morning traders, Tamar here, FXGlobe Ambassador. With your weekly overview for the week commencing the 12th of December 2022. And this week all eyes are going to be on central banks. So let's start with what we have lined up for this week. Monday starts fairly light with UK GDP, manufacturing production and trade balance. And in central bank speakers, we are going to hear from ECB board member and the governor of the Bank of Canada. Tuesday starts to heat up with New Zealand Westpac consumer sentiment and Australian NAB business confident. On to the UK, and we are going to get average earning, index claimant count change and unemployment rate. We are also going to hear from the Bank of England governor. We're also going to get German CPI and economic sentiment. And for the big one is out of the US, and that is CPI, where the market is forecasting a lower reading of 7.3% from a previous reading of 7.7%. Now, on to Wednesday, and we have New Zealand current account, and we are also going to hear from the Reserve Bank of Australia governor. From Japan, we have several manufacturing index published, as well as industrial production. Over to Europe, and it's get busier, we have UK CPI and PPI, as well as Swiss PPI. We also have Eurozone industrial production. And from Canada, we have manufacturing sales. Now over to the US, and we are going to get crude oil inventories. But the big one for Wednesday is, of course, the Fed interest rate decision. This is going to be followed by a press conference. So the market is expecting a slower pace of increase of interest rates. So they're expecting a 0.5% interest rate increase, which will take the rates to 4.5%. So the press conference will be closely watched and dissect for any clues of what's to come. After a big Wednesday, Thursday start with Kiwi GDP, Japanese trade balance, Aussie unemployment rate and unemployment change, and Chinese industrial production. Now over to Europe, and we have French CPI and the Swiss National Bank interest rate decision, where here too the market is expecting a rise of 0.5% to take the rates to 1%. And that will be also followed by press conference. We also have EU Leaders Summit, and central bank activity continue with the Bank of England interest rate decision. Once again, the market expects a rise of 0.5% to take the rate to 3.5%. All of this central bank action is going to be followed by the ECB rate decision, which again, the market expects a rise of 0.5% to take the rates to 2.5%, and that will also be followed by press conference. So Thursday, big news continue in the US, where we're going to have industrial production and business inventories. Moving on to Friday, and we have New Zealand business PMI and Japanese service PMI. And in Europe, we have UK retail sales and French, German, UK and the Eurozone manufacturing PMI. And with the big one out of the Eurozone is CPI, which is expected to come at 10%. We're also going to see US service and manufacturing PMI on Friday and Canadian housing price index. So this week is jam-packed with major economic news that can move and shake the market quite sharply. It's crucial for traders to keep a watchful eye on risk management at all times, but it's even more so during volatile times. Happy trading, everyone. Have a fantastic trading week, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.